gonna lie, when I first saw this project I was like, how on earth are we gonna do this? But it's really cool, and Josh, I have to say, has done a fabulous job on the instructions. So I am going to just grab a pencil and I'm going to talk you through this project. This is what it looks like when it's finished. So on your wedding day, now this card is never going to open up completely, okay? It's not going to happen. But when you open it, you will get this almost like a bouquet, a bloom of a flower head opening up inside. And the more you move it, it's really sturdy. Can you see? You can get it to really open out, but be gentle with it. Don't just literally start yanking the card. But how lovely is that? And that stood on somebody's mantelpiece. It's going to look lovely, isn't it? So I did it all out of white card and used my inks for this, but you can use it out of whatever, pattern papers, whatever you want really. And it all bases around this shape. So on this shape, you've got these sections, they've all got a score line in, you've got this missing V here, and on one of them, you've got a little mark, like a little guideline. That you're going to stick underneath the one opposite it, so you're going to stick that underneath there. So to do that, you're going to fold on all your score lines like this. And then you're going to put glue on the top of that one where the guideline is. And this is where you need to really cover it in glue. I don't mean a thick layer, but I mean don't miss out the edges or miss any, you know, corners or anything like that. Make sure there's glue right the way across that area. And then I'm going to stick that on top, and I'm going to make sure that my edges are lined up. And then I'm going to grab my tweezers and I'm going to set that one to one side to dry. I'm going to do 7 of those. So I've got the other 6 here ready to go. You've got a card base that we're going to address afterwards, but we're going to work our way through these flowers. Now, when he's opened one up, he's called the one that is on top here, number 1. That's number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, number 6, and number 7 is the one with the little mark on that sticks underneath. And when I first saw this, I thought, how are we going to make this work? But Josh had actually done it really, really well. So the next thing you're going to do is do that with all of them. So they create like these little cones. Once the flower cones are dry, fold one of them flat. So you're going to fold one of them flat like that, okay? And it doesn't matter which way around it goes. It doesn't matter which way it folds. It doesn't make any difference, really. Just fold it in half. Step 4, apply glue to sections 1 and 3. So Josh is always working from the left. So that's 1, that's 2, and that's 3. If it makes it easier, do a prototype and draw the numbers on. So you've got 1, 2, and 3. You're going to take 2 more flowers and you're going to take one of the flowers. So this is going to be 1, 2, and 3 as well. So 1, 2, and 3. And then this is going to be 1, 2, and 3 as well, I think. Let me just do that one. Right, so let's do one at a time, that's easier. Fold 2 more flowers flat, take one of the flowers and glue the back of petal 3 to the top of petal 1. So the back of petal 3, and your numbers will change as you go through this, so you might want to do it in pencil that you can rub out. So the back of petal 3 on top of petal 1, okay? Lining up the edges like that. So you've now got 5 petals, okay? And you're just going to make sure that that's in the right position. Take the other flower and glue the back of petal 1, so this one, on top of petal 3, which is that one, okay? So we're going to glue the back of petal 1 on top of petal 3. And I'm making sure that the top edges around here are lining up, and I'm making sure that they're nice and aligned in the centre as well, okay? Now it is really, really important that you let these dry, because otherwise you're going to end up with bits of petals everywhere. Right, so I've now got, I have got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 petals again. All right, so I'm going to renumber them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. Okay, so the next instruction is apply glue on petals 3, 4 and 5 as shown. So 3, 4 and 5, and when you see the photograph in the booklet, he's just applied glue to that top curve there, coming down about 1 centimetre. Okay, that's important, because this bit has to be able to move and this top bit has to be glued in. So we've got that there. Okay, so we're going to fold another flower flat and we're going to glue that on top. So we're going to lie that flat and we're going to glue that right on top of there like that. Okay, so then we've got 1, 2, now this one is 3, that one is 4, that one is 5, and this is still 6 and 7. Okay, the instructions are brilliant, the photographs are really good, so he's done a really great job with this one. So apply glue to petal 2, 3, 5 and 6, so 2, 3, 5 and 6. Right, so let's go with Josh's instructions. 2, and 3. I'm going to do 2 and 3 first. I don't know, has he done that? Has he done that as a full one? Let's have a look. Fold another flat. Right, so he's just done the glue at the top on that one as well. So let's get rid of that glue from the bottom. Let's just work with the glue at the top. That's my fault because I didn't look at the picture properly. So we're going to glue 2, 3, 5 and 6. So 2, 3, 5 and 6 like that. Okay, ignore this bit here because that's already dried. Fold 2 more flowers flat. Glue the back of petal 2 and 3. So 1, 2 and 3. On top of petals 2 and 3. So that one's going to go on there like that. And you get to a stage where you think this is never going to work, but it does. It really does. And it's a real test at the end because you have to put a weight on it and you have to make sure it's dry. I walked away for about 3 hours to make sure, because the last thing I wanted to do was open it and all the bits fall apart. And then you've got 1 more flower. And you're going to stick the, let me turn my instructions over, find my next page of my instructions. Oh no, where's my next page of my instructions gone? Oh, what a time to do this, Mrs. Heaton. It's down here. Let me just have a look, see if there's another sheet somewhere. Oh, they've missed a sheet off printing. Right, well it doesn't matter because this one is going to go, the back of this one is going to go on there. So you've got that top there, like that. I've already seen that once. Where's that gone? Here, okay. So I've stuck the back of 1 and 2 on the top of 4 and 5, okay, which is what it tells me here. And then it says put glue on petals 3, 4 and 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. And it shows you just putting it all over. So that one's going all over there. 2, 3 and 5. 3, 4 and 5. Oh, I am losing the plot now. 3, 4 and 5. Like that. So a good layer of glue, and then you're going to put petals, you're going to stick that on top Okay, so that is then going to go on top of that one there, like that. Okay, and then you have to let that dry, I'm afraid. I'm really sorry, but you have to let it dry. So that's going to then all open up like this. Can you see? I'm going to be really brave now and hope it doesn't fall a bit. Can you see how it's all starting to open up? But don't try it, okay? Don't try it. It's worth the wait. So we're then going to cut the card base and fold the score line as a valley. So we've got the valley here. Line the flower up with the V-shaped guide. So you're going to line the flower up here with the V-shaped guide, and you're going to stick it on that side. And then you're going to put something heavy on top and you're going to let it dry. Okay? And then once it's dry, you're going to put glue on petal 4, which is this one here, just at the top. And you're going to fold that over and you're going to press that down. And then you're going to walk away. And you're going to walk away and you're going to keep going back to it and going, I wonder if it's dry. Just leave it for a couple of hours. It won't take that long, but I don't want you to open it too soon. And then, when you come back and you open your card up, you then have this. Now gently do this. I'm pointing my finger at you again. And I know why, because I went a bit gung-ho, but you've got to, it feels really tight at first. You've got to manipulate that card and stretch it, because there's glue in here and there's lots of layers, and eventually you'll get it to a stage where the flower will open out like this. Now, as I said, it's never going to open out flat. It's not made to do that, but doing that I think is absolutely lovely. So if it goes flat, the recipient opens it up and they've got their own personal blossom inside. What a lovely gift for a wedding card, a birthday card, an anniversary, a Valentine's, just I love you. I think that's a great one. Follow the instructions, look where Josh has put the numbers, look where he's put the glue, and you will follow that step by step. It's brilliant, but it does take that little bit of patience, just because you have to wait for the glue to dry.